Jambo ma Africa, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutanzama King Seso. Ladies and gentlemen, I was watching the interview of Nhlamulo, the spokesperson of Mkhonto Wesizwe political party, with my home brother Clement Manyathela. And I was very, very impressed in the manner of which Nhlamulo answered question. And this is what we are asking from politicians. Be a politician when you answer question. Be smart, understand of the implication of your words, how your words will affect the thinking of other people, how people will perceive you going forward because of what you are saying. I think Ndhlela, who I've once said is the best spokesperson in South Africa politics right now, and I think I must come back to that statement because really he is doing very good in answering questions. Sober-minded, emotional intelligence, and control of his emotions when he answers questions. I'm very impressed, ladies and gentlemen, with Ndhlela, and I want us to listen quickly to him break down what he said about things that Floyd Shivambo said about the MK political party, the manner in which Ndhlela answered all those questions. Let's talk about that, Baseta, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Seso. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, host is Njeva Sono, and we back at it again with another one. And today I'm talking about the interview from my homeboy, Clement Manyathela, who interviewed the spokesperson of Mkhonto Wesizwe political party, that is Ndhlela. Beautiful interview that they had there. Before I get into that, let me thank each and every one of you who have donated your 50 Rand contribution, monthly contribution, some of you weekly contributions to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We are trying to build the first phase of our building structure, and that is the front gate, the guard room, the parking, and then we fall into the reception area. We really are pleading with you guys to please donate a minimum of 50 Rand to the building project of Baseta. We are looking for 1,000 people to donate 50 Rand on the month of July, because the month of July, Baseta is turning 1 year old on the 14th of July. So we thank each and every one of you. If you can join the Mike Khadabi campaign, which is the 1,500 campaign, where you deposit 1,500 Rand with your name and surname, and we will be able to send you back the certificate of gratitude. Please don't forget to send us a WhatsApp on the WhatsApp numbers that are on the screen below, ladies and gentlemen. And also, please, let's also support the economic freedom fighters. They are also seeking for donations to build houses and boreholes for the victims that fell in the car accident. I hope I'm right. So please make, if you can't donate 100 Rand, just send an SMS or something like that so that you can make your own little contribution. It's very important that we Africans assist each other in every progressive project that uplift and that helps us as African people. So go to the website of the Economic Freedom Fighters, and you will find all the details there. If you can't find any details, please make sure that you call their head office there, and I'm sure you will get all the information that you need so that you can make your 100 Rand contributions. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am very, very impressed with Clement Manyathela. Not Clement Manyathela. I'm always impressed with my brother Clement Manyathela. With Ndhlela. And this is what I said about Ndhlela 9 months ago. 9 months ago. Today I want to address two individuals from the MK political party. First of all is the Member of Parliament and also the spokesperson of the Mkhonto Wesizwe political party, Ndhlela, one of the best politicians that we have right now, who's pushing Pan-Africanism and unity for Black people, according to me. The man was So yes, I considered Ndhlela as one of the best politicians in South Africa, uprising politicians. There was a video actually I made where I said the MK political party need to take care of Ndhlela. I said I like someone who just came out of nowhere, out of the business, from the business world and ran into politics, because their level of professionalism and in their way of doing things is different from a typical politician who grew up in politics. So I said the MK political party has got something special in this young man. And I said they must protect him and defend him. And I said it so many times. If you have been watching my videos, you know that I favor him as one of the upcoming politicians in South Africa. And he did not fail me in this interview that he had with Clement Manyathela. And I was like, and this is what I'm always asking from politicians. Be professional in how you answer questions. Don't be emotional. Never show people how angry and how happy you are with someone falling or someone rising or attacking someone. Don't do that. You know, I think Ndhlela is not a perfect politician by no means. Please don't say I said now he's the best politician ever to ever exist. No, but I'm saying for his age and his experience in politics, he shows a high level of maturity that other politicians are not showing, especially when we come to compare him with Floyd Shivambo. Floyd Shivambo is not showing emotional intelligence as he claims that he's a brighter and understands concepts more than everyone, but he does not show emotional intelligence when he answers questions. At some point, Floyd was doing it when he wanted to attack the CIC, to say the CIC is name calling and whatever, CIC must stop being emotional, and then he was showing signs of being a matured politician. But now I don't know what happened to Nhlamulo. Now the first question, I like it in departure with Nhlamulo, is that everybody wants to know what is the stance of the MK political party when it comes to the membership, the status of the membership of Floyd Shivambu. Are they going to expel him immediately? What are they going to do? Now, if Nhlamulo was an emotional person, he was going to respond emotionally to this question, or just say no comment or whatever. But the way he responded, for me, it shows a lot of maturity and emotional control in what he said. This is what he said. Let's listen together.
I want us to start off maybe because Floyd Shivambu has made some serious claims about you, about the MK party, and we'll get into that in a moment. But what is the status of Floyd Shivambu in the MK party right now? Is he still a member? Has he been expelled?
No, the gentleman in question is still a member, and nothing has changed pertaining to that. And we're having internal discussions and reviewing the situation.
Yeah, if that's how you're going to start an interview, I can't play all of the clips. You know how SABC is, but stinging on my clips, so they'll start reporting us with YouTube. So that's why you're not seeing that. But I'm sure everybody has seen the videos. You have seen the videos. They are everywhere on X and everywhere. So number one, I'm quite impressed with the MK political party is not, I know he's not a member. He says no, he's still a member. Nothing has changed on that regard. We are having internal discussions on that matter. And I'm like, how? Okay. And I'm asking myself, why is it that they are not coming out straight and say, listen, we are done with Floyd. Floyd is he is out. What he has done, it is wrong. We are going to make sure that we destroy Floyd because he's attacking us, talking bad about us, belittling the members of the high command and making himself look good and everything. That's what we expect from normal politicians in South Africa, to start attacking Floyd back. But Ndhlela, solid. Now let's hear about the decisions that they are taking when it comes to Floyd Shivambu and why they are not rushing into the decision making.
But what we're doing internally is that, we're not people in leadership that take rash decisions. We apply our minds. And we need to understand what is this thing that he's coming up with. I mean, he's a member of Umkhonto weSizwe. And to account, to a great extent, he has to account to us as the leaders of Umkhonto weSizwe. I mean, he's an ordinary member. He's wanting to go and set up this initiative. What is this initiative? If we're talking about Umkhonto weSizwe being the platform that ought to unify black people, what is this consultative process that he's undergoing? So we want to see what he's obviously going to say on Friday. We are tracking, his activities, his interviews, and we'll make a determination with the guidance of the leadership and the president.
Okay.
This is very interesting. This is very interesting. So he says they are not going to rush into a decision. They need to understand exactly this thing of Floyd. What is he doing? What is he going to say? Remember, they are saying they are tracking down his interviews. On Friday, I don't know what he will be announcing of Floyd Shivambo. And another important thing that Nhlamulo said that caught my attention. He says, if we're going to say the MK political party is a platform of uniting black people, we need to understand what Floyd is doing. What is this thing of we Africa and all of those things? So for me, it's like, wow, okay, that's an interesting strategy. So the MK political party is positioning itself to say, okay, we are not going to completely destroy you right now, Floyd. We are going to hear what you are saying, and we are going to wait and see how we can benefit from this thing that you are doing, Floyd. In fact, I saw a video of this guy who's saying, no, Floyd is having a meeting with the president, Jacob Zuma, and Floyd is coming back as the deputy president. And I've heard these hymns about the deputy president, because there were some people that told me that Dr. John Hlophe is not liking the heat of politics properly, so he might leave the MK political party. That's what I heard. Don't say you heard it from me. I also heard it from someone who heard it from someone. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say more, but that's what I heard. But I was then, when Floyd left, and I was like, I'm sure that is out of the window now. Floyd is not going to be the deputy president of the MK political party. But in MK, you'll never know, man. You never know what is going on, which might explain actually why Ndhlela is counting his words when speaking about this issue of Floyd Shivambo potentially starting his own political party and everything. The way he is like saying the MK is strategically positioning itself not to completely lose Floyd, but also to hear from him before expelling him. It's like, no, Floyd, you can make your noise as much as you want to. We will let you go on our own terms, and not because you are saying you want to go. But Floyd actually himself also says, no, I'm still a member of the MK political party. So he still wants to open that bridge of engagement. But very matured, discussions between Ndhlela towards Floyd Shivambo. And also he speaks about him, giving him some props, but still saying, listen, intellectually I compete with Floyd. I sit down with him, but intellectually I can see myself sitting down and talking to him. And let me play this clip, this last clip, and you guys will tell me what you think.
He says you're a drug addict, says you're a drunkard. What are you doing about that? Will you be challenging that in any way?
Well, it's said that a person who wants to lead a party will resort to such disparaging comments and character assassinate me. I've never had any issues with him. But the reality is I've got a whole lot more, a whole lot more intelligence emotionally than him. I'm leaps and bounds with, when it comes to even thought level and strategy when it comes to him. And that's a fact. I've sat with him. But I take nothing from him because I've learnt from him as well in terms of, organizational structures and so on and so forth. So he's had some good input to the party. We can't take that away. But let's not allow a situation where a person is now going to have delusions of grandeur and an overextended ego and think that they are the superior authority of intellect over everyone else. As you heard him say, he said he had qualitative, experience and intelligence compared to all national officials put together. That includes the president. So he's saying that he's smarter than the president. Well, here's the reality. I don't take drugs. I've actually even taken them on, and I've gone to the point, in actual fact, where, funny enough, and here's what's also interesting. This week is Drug and Alcohol Awareness Week, right, from the 22nd to the 27th. So as part of the initiative, I said, oh, well, this is actually interesting that this actually coincides with that. I've gone and actually done a drug test. And it's important that we bring this issue, we surface issues of, abuse of drugs, abuse of alcohol to the public. And as a leader, I think I must lead from the front and do those kind of things. And take advantage of the fact that, by the way,
wow, so this is very interesting. This is very interesting for him to say, listen, when someone insults you, not assault you, insults you, and now you turn around and say, listen, I have no issues with Floyd. In fact, I think I have more emotional intelligence than him. I take nothing from him. And you say, no, I have learned some things from him. This is what we want to hear from Abu Floyd. After leaving from the EFF, the first press briefing was okay. It's like, sorry guys, I'm moving to the MK, I'm moving on, there's nothing wrong, this is still my brother. Julius said, listen, if you want to come back, you can come back, whatever, and you leave. And then continue speaking good to say, you know what, in the EFF, I've learned so much. And that is the type of things that I expected from politicians who started a political party from scratch. But Floyd disappointed long time. I hope Floyd is going to see this, and then his mind is going to change to say, I don't need to insult people to make myself feel better or to show people that I'm more intelligent. It shows lack of emotional intelligence when you start insulting people, saying, oh, Ndhlela is using drugs and all of those things. Ndhlela says he does not use drugs. In fact, he's doing a drug test. What now? What now? He says he's going to make the results publicly. What now? What now? What are you going to say? He's writing a letter to Floyd, asking Floyd to apologize. I hope Floyd is going to apologize. I don't think he will, but I hope Floyd is going to say, no, I did not mean you. What? You know how Floyd is. He's really flip-flopping like nobody's business of Floyd Shivambo. Even the cult issue, there's that video of him saying there is no cult in the EFF. What? Now, man, the internet never forgets. The internet never forgets. Let me close with this one, but I'm sure you guys can agree with me that Ndhlela is showing a lot of emotional intelligent, emotional control, the maturity at the highest level. Whether you are an MK or not an MK person, this is how a politician should be answering questions. Don't be emotional. Usinawo Tambo, he's one of those politicians, emotionally very sound for a young man. Very emotionally intelligent. So no insults needed, nothing needed. You just become straightforward with your answers. So one thing that I caught in what Nhlamulo was saying, I'm not going to play this part, but when he was asked about the 7 million that was disappearing from the MK political party, he did not deny nor confirm this issue of the 7 million. He says, how can we speak about that? We are busy right now with an auditing. Then he opens a window. He says, when we find, after we get, if there is any problems that are found with our finances, we will then cross and deal with those issues when we get there. So this is very good. He's not saying never. 7 million. What 7 million? That is a joke. There is no 7 million in our account. First of all, we don't even have 7 million or whatever. He's saying, listen, we are busy with an audit. Don't rush into decisions of listening to Abu Floyd and everything. But if there is anything wrong, we will then deal with it when the time is right. As the MK political party I applaud Ndhlela. I applaud him. Some people are even saying this is the Secretary General of the MK political party. The problem is the length of time that he will get as the Secretary General. For me, if he has to be a Secretary General, there's that issue here. They're even asking him of Ududu. There's this issue of Mary and other people also. There's this issue of factionalism in the MK political party. Does he have the character to carry all of those factions and put them in order? Does he have that type of favoritism from Jacob Zuma? Is Jacob Zuma is going to use him, put him into Secretary General, then remove him and destroy his political career? He's a throughout MK political party politician. Ndhlela. I don't wish that for him. I think it would be a big mistake. I heard somewhere that he says he's available for Secretary General post. For me, Nhlamulo, don't do it. Don't do it. We don't trust the MK political party, my brother. But I'm sure when you are in there in the trenches, you are in the kitchen, you know what is going on, you will do the best decision for yourself. I would advise against it. Don't be a Secretary General of the MK political party. To everyone who's thinking of taking that post, don't be. There's no job security. There's no job security. I wouldn't do it for 10 million. I wouldn't do it. Me, myself, I wouldn't do it. So, because if you want to follow politics, that post, that seat of Secretary General in the MK is bewitched by Lloyd. So I wouldn't do it. Tell me, guys, what you think on the comment section about this interview of Meripadi. Why is Meripadi in my mind? Meripadi, that the guy that he assaulted or at the court, has opened a case against him. I saw it on Politically Incorrect with Mashiane. The guy says he has opened a case against Meripadi. MK political party, I pay drama. Oh my goodness. And it says, is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday now. Tomorrow we will be resting into Zaga Floyd. On Friday, all of us will be on Floyd again, as Floyd will be announcing some things, and the MK political party saying they are keeping track of every move that he's making. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on King's. So until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.